ThaBoxingvoice.com. Here with the dream, Devin Haney. Bro, you just had your last sparring session of camp. Big fight next weekend in National Harbor MGM. How did you feel after sparring today? You know, now the next fighting you're going to do is the real thing. So how did you feel after sparring, champ?
Today I feel good. It's my last day of sparring, so of course, I'm happy. All the hard work is done. Now it's time to, just coast in, make sure my weight is good, make weight, and get ready for fight time. All the hard work is done. So now it's time to, just make weight and have fun.
A lot of people say that making weight is the hard part. Is that not the case with you? Do you ever have an issue making weight?
I mean, making weight is not easy, but I mean, going in there and actually, sparring, getting hit, combat is the hardest thing, of course, because any mistake, who knows what can happen. So,
absolutely.
Cutting weight, I mean, it's not easy, but I wouldn't say it's the hardest.
Now, you speaking on any mistake, obviously, originally, Usyk was supposed to be main event. He had an injury. Now your main event. Where's your mindset at right now? I mean, you've been at main event before, but this is your first fight with Matchroom USA and on Dazn. Thoughts of being main event on the streaming app?
Yeah, I'm blessed. Everything happened for a reason. I feel like it's my time, and it's my moment, so I was blessed with the opportunity to headline, for most of the attention is gonna be on me, and so now it's just time for me to go out there, showcase my skills, and show them that they didn't make a mistake making me main event, and hopefully every fight from here on out I'll be main event.
Main event, absolutely. Now I gotta ask, last time I spoke to you was prior to the WBC's decision.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the decision? Most of us expected it for it to be you and Luke Campbell for the vacant title. We don't typically see a decision made for a current champion to fight for that vacant title. Very odd decision. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, everything happened for a reason. Like I said on Twitter, I said I'm only 20 years old. I got a long road ahead of me. My time will come. I'm not in no rush. Of course, I feel like I'm ready to fight for a world title now. But my time will come. I'm only 20 years old, and when the time is right, I'll fight for the world title. It only gives me time for my body to mature, for me to keep working, and me to get better.
Now, I saw you in there. Not gonna really give away, but you looked phenomenal. The biggest thing that I took away from seeing you spar now for a couple times is your ring IQ.
Yeah.
Explain to us how at such a young age you've been able to access that ring IQ. A lot of fighters, either have weak sparring, which you do not, right?
Yeah.
Or, they'll let their hands go until somebody punches back. That's not the case with you. Somebody punches back, you have that IQ to step around, do what you got to do. Talk to us at, how is that so young and such great knowledge?
That's what a lot of people don't know. They don't know that how high my IQ is. They see a lot of these other guys, knocking guys out, putting them to sleep, all that, but what do they do when they put in there with somebody who's playing chess with them, or that's gonna make them think? That's when these guys get exposed, because they're not used to that. It's not hard to go in there and knock a guy out cold or whatever. But not taking nothing away from them, because of course I would love to go in there and put somebody out.
Right.
That's the best way to win. But as you go on in boxing, you're not gonna knock everybody out, and eventually you're gonna have to show your IQ. You're gonna have to
go the distance.
Yes, you're gonna have to see how you think at a high level, and I think that's what separates me from a lot of those other guys. Me being in the gym, me being a gym rat, just coming up, sparring, being around all these different champions, sparring with all these top guys. My dad, my team, they just molded me into the young phenom I am.
Now, obviously, we're here for you, but you brought up something that I just have to ask you about. You said the best way to win is by getting them out of there, getting a knockout.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, there's a fight in New York. Deontay Wilder facing Dominic Brazil. He's caught a lot of shit this week for saying that he wants to catch a body, that he would like to, kill his opponent in the ring. First off, what are your thoughts? Because obviously you are risking your life every time you do step in that square circle, whether it be a fight or sparring like you did today.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on his comments?
Everybody got their own opinion. Everybody got their own mind. Me personally, I think that's a touchy subject that I don't really want to touch on because everybody got their own opinion and they twist it and make it this, make it that. So I don't really want to speak on that subject right there.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, Deontay has a WBC title. The rest of the titles are with another Matchroom signee. Obviously the superstar, I guess you could say, and Anthony Joshua, at least on that side of the pond.
Yeah.
What do you think on a potential matchup between those two gentlemen, between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua?
Man, I think that's going to be a massive fight. As long as those two guys keep winning, I think that fight is going to be crazy. Wilder, we all know that he goes in there and he will put a guy out with anything. He might knock a guy out with a jab. You know what I'm saying? You never know with him. Joshua, he's a power puncher as well. In the heavyweight division, you never know what can happen. It's so easy for them guys to upset each other because they hit so hard. So with that matchup, anything can happen. It just how it goes on that night.
Now, another fight I would like to get your thoughts on. There's been a lot of rumors this week. The title that you are pursuing, well, one of the titles you're pursuing, obviously, because you want all of them.
Yeah.
But the WBC strap that Mikey Garcia once held has been vacated. There's a lot of talks of him staying at welterweight and facing Danny Garcia late this summer. We saw him pretty much get dominated by Errol, but most people, consensus is that Errol is the best welterweight, if not right there with Terrence. What are your thoughts on the potential Mikey and Danny Garcia?
I think that's a good matchup. The two Garcias, man.
Right.
That'd be a good fight. Danny looked phenomenal in his last fight. Mikey didn't look that good in his last fight at 147.
Right.
But he also fought a monster in Earl Spence.
Absolutely.
So, I think that's a good matchup. Danny hits hard. Danny he sets his opponents up for big shots. Mikey's a good boxer. But we just have to see how Mikey if he adapts to the weight. Now that he's been has some time to rest and kind of stay around that weight. We'll see how he adapts to it.
When he was up there at Snack, did you ever see him up there at all? Nothing like that?
I didn't get a chance to see him.
Now, last sparring session, break these last 7 days, this last week. Break it down for us. Obviously, fight night on the 25th. Obviously weighing the day before. But break it down. What is the last week leading into the fight? What's that like for Devin Haney?
Just losing weight. Rest, a lot of rest. And just chilling. When it gets closer to the fight, I like to chill. Just light work, just to stay sharp. But other than that, we just focus on the weight.
Now, lastly, Dev, before I let you go, I like going by Ring Walk Danny. That's what I go by because to me, I want to bring the coverage from behind the ring, from behind the scenes to in the ring. You've had some very notable ring walks.
Yeah.
You've came out with the likes of Lil Durk, Kevin Gates, E40. Who we got in store next weekend?
I don't know. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait and see. You never know what I might have up my sleeve. A lot of these people in the music industry they like me. They like what I do. So who knows? You never know. You just gotta stay tuned.
Now, is that important for you? Is that ring walk? Because obviously that is your moment before stepping into war.
Yeah.
Mentally, is that a tough thing? Like when you walk out with these artists, are you actually like listening to the music, or is your mindset somewhere totally different?
Nah, my mindset just really just be on the fight for real. Just kind of focusing in. The ring walk is fun. It gets the fans hype. They like you. They want to know who I'm gonna come out with or whatever. But I don't really like the ring walk as far as with the artist doesn't really like move me that much. I just really just focus on the fight.
You already in the zone at that point.
Yeah.
Before
and I want to say when I fought Burgos, when I came out with Kevin Gates, I was walking out and I was so focused on the fight. A little kid had tried to dap me up, and I didn't see him because I was so focused. but it looked like I really just like was like ignoring him, like
Right.
so everybody was calling me like damn, he's an asshole, he's this, he's that, he's too cocky. But I really didn't see him. That's how focused in I was. But
Absolutely. No, definitely. I mean, those are literally the last moments before stepping into war.
and at that time I was literally walking in the ring, so it's all good. You live and you learn.
Now, gotta ask, when you come out successful next weekend, how far? Because you say you want to stay active. You know, how long before we can see you back? You know, how many more fights? Let's put it like that. How many more fights? Because you fought in January. Now you'll be fighting here in May. How many more fights do you think? You think maybe 2 more fights this year?
Yeah, we just got to see how this fight goes. Of course, I want to stay busy. I had a long training camp. I was supposed to fight April 27th. Then I was supposed to fight May 4th. And now I'm fighting May 25th. So I've been in training camp for a long time. So it hasn't been easy. But we'll see how the fight goes, how the fight plays out, and that's going to determine when I'm gonna get back in the ring. But probably like end of July.
End of July. That's a nice quick turnaround. Well, Devin, truly appreciate your time, champ, as always.
Yes,
message to the fans watching. Let them know to tune in May 25th on Dazn.
Yeah. Thank you to all my fans. Everybody tune in. May 25th. Wait, May 25th. May 25th. Yeah, May 25th. On Dazn. I look to put on a great performance. I'm the headliner now, so now I can really focus in and showcase everything that Devin Haney is made of. I got a lot of new things I've been working on, and I just can't wait to just show it.
Champ, thank you, brother.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.